Hey everybody, thanks for listening to another episode of PRI Talk. Today we are doing 5-minute recruiting, where I tackle your recruiting question in 5 minutes or less, hopefully. So today we're tackling the question of, Jason, are the awards and the rankings that my athlete, my daughter, gets, are those important? Do we need to include those? Okay. Yes, you should include them. Okay. But do they necessarily matter? That is kind of where this question is leading, right? So definitely include in your recruiting process, in your emails, the awards that you get, the all conference, the all district, whatever it is, your rankings on the prep volleyball, prep dig, right? Include it. Recognition is great. Awards are great. Do those necessarily matter in the recruiting process? I get some parents that are concerned. Maybe their daughter gets hurt, and so they, maybe don't get ranked as high because they weren't playing as much, or maybe they don't get a certain award because they weren't playing for this high school season and whatnot. Does that necessarily matter? And my short answer is really no. I don't necessarily think that the awards and the recognition matter in the recruiting process. Are they great for the athlete? Fantastic. But of course, they're great for the athlete. But I don't necessarily think they're going to move the needle or nudge a college coach in one direction or the other. Okay. I feel in a lot of ways similar when it comes to awards and rankings, in the same way that I do about social media recruiting and statistics. Okay. Everything is very relative, right? Your statistics are relative to who you're playing against, okay? And I talk about statistics as far as including those in another podcast, and I talk about social media recruiting in another podcast, okay? So I don't think that you can go listen to those if you want to hear me talk about all those things. But I don't think necessarily that the awards and the rankings are going to move the needle or nudge you along in the process. Are they great? Yes. Okay. And my reason for thinking this is two. One, or first, hopefully college coaches are recruiting you without those pieces, right? So hopefully they notice you maybe before you get ranked super high, maybe before you get a specific award, right? If they're only recruiting you because you rank on a certain level or got a certain award, maybe they're not doing a great job, right? In my mind, they need to be able to find you prior to you getting that award or that recognition, okay? And the second side here is a lot of that stuff is going to be relative, right? Who you are playing against in your district, right? You're competing against this athlete, this athlete, this athlete. So similar to statistics, you had 150 aces your junior year. Like, that's great. Who were you playing against? Why did you get so many aces, right? Why could no one pass the ball? Are you ripping 55-mile-an-hour jump serves? If you are, fantastic. But if you aren't, then the level of competition maybe is the reason for some of those statistics to be the way that they are, okay? So it's going to be relative to who you're playing against and who's around you. Again, great to be recognized, great to get an award, but I think they're pretty relative. And an example of this would be if I'm a college coach and I've got this athlete, and then I got 3 athletes in front of me. One was first team all district, another team was honorable mention all district, and another team was second team all district, right? Well, I'm going to recruit the kid that was first team all district because they're obviously better than the other 2 athletes, okay? But again, we've got high school programs all over the country. For sure, in the state of Texas, we have different levels of volleyball. Go to the state championship and watch the 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5. Watch it all the way up. There's definitely a difference of across the board level of volleyball. And so while those awards are fantastic and great, I don't think that they necessarily move the needle in your recruiting. So if you miss a season or half a season you miss, and so you don't get this award and you don't get this ranking, or maybe you drop in the rankings because you miss, I don't think it necessarily is going to have a negative impact on your recruiting, okay? what's going to really help in your recruiting is sending updated film, talking to college coaches, engaging with them, showing your communication consistently, and showing them the type of athlete that you are. Because college coaches can see it on film, regardless of whether or not you have awards or rankings next to your name. So hopefully that helps. And again, please include all that information. I think it's great, but I'm not on the side where it's going to be dire for you if you don't include the information, or maybe if you miss half a season and so you don't get those awards or that recognition. So thanks for listening. I'll see you guys next time.